What's up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, giving you the latest gaming news and technology from around the globe. Got a story featured right now on the front page of VGN that I thought was pretty interesting. How many times have we heard these BS arguments that video games cause violence and rage and anger issues and all these other things, you know? Playing video games is just warping all of our minds. So I'm sure you've heard those stories before. You've heard me talk about them in the past. But I just came across a story that I thought was pretty interesting, because instead of blaming games on anger issues and rage, there is a team of doctors who are actually using video games to help control people who have anger issues. Or not control people, but help people control their anger issues, I guess is the way I should have said it. So here's what's going on. Over in Boston at a children's hospital, they had two groups of kids ranging in age from, I think, like 9 years old all the way up to 17 years old. And these were kids who have known anger issues. They have problems controlling their rage. So what they did was, one group, they got the treatment that they normally give, you know, psychotherapy, whatever, I don't know, talking to them, doing different activities. So that was the one group. The second group got the same set of help as far as the therapy sessions and all that goes. The only difference was during the last 15 minutes of their therapy session, they actually played a video game called Rage Control. And this is actually a shooter game. So, you know, all those pundits, they like to beat down on the shooter genre. But here we are, we have a doctor or a set of doctors who are using a game that's based on a shooter. And the way it works is it actually it's playing on screen like a normal video game, but they're monitoring the heart rate of the people playing. And so if your heart rate goes above a certain level, you can't shoot on screen. Your game is, you're just basically sitting there having to, you know, continue to move around, I guess, but you can't take out any enemies because your heart rate is up so high. So what this made the people do who were playing the games is they actually had to lower their heart rate, get control of their body and their mind, and as soon as it went down below that safe level, then they could continue playing the game. And what they found was, out of the two groups of children who they were testing this on, the ones who had the 15 minutes of game time showed drastically increased capability when it came to controlling their anger. So they are looking at these studies and think they've come onto something, and they're actually going to go forward and develop more studies. They've got one going on right now where it's a co-op game, and so the children have to actually play with the parents. And the way this works is it's very similar, where if either one of their heart rates gets up above a certain level, their character on screen can't shoot, so they have to rely on the other person. So this makes the parent and the kid actually work together in order to help maybe calm each other down or keep each other calm. So I thought this was a really cool story. I mean, hell, playing video games, you've probably raged before. You've probably got upset and angry at one point, or if not, you've definitely heard somebody on the other end of the microphone do that. And I've seen even walkthroughs of some of these YouTubers on here who they'll be showing their rooms, and they'll have huge holes in their wall where they just got mad and lost control and you know, just lost it. And so if they've developed a game that can actually help you control that, I think that's awesome. And so I just wanted to share that story with you. You know, as far as my own tips go, I try not to get angry at video games. Like, I realize that it's not going to help whatsoever. The only tip I got for you, if you do have problems with anger issues and getting mad at video games, is if you start to feel angry, just put down the controller, because it's a known fact. If you're angry and upset, or you're frustrated, you're not doing good, you're not going to start doing good by continuing to play. It actually just makes it a lot worse a lot of times, and that's whenever why you get mad, and then things just go downhill from there. They don't usually get better. So just walking away, taking a 15-20 minute break or something, that'll oftentimes give you enough time to cool down, and then you can jump back on and do whatever it is that you were trying to do. And I've used this technique even with single player games. There'll be a level where I couldn't beat a final boss or something, And it's just because I was so frustrated and so worked up. And, you know, if I set that controller down, that I walked away a little bit, a lot of times I would come back and the first attempt of trying to rebeat that level, I'll actually probably pull it off most of the time. So, you know, controlling your emotions, controlling your rage. If you don't have control, that's not a good thing. And it's always a lot better to end up having full control over your thoughts and your emotions, if you can. So these people, what do you think about this? A video game that helps you control your anger. And I think, you know, I think there's other components for different consoles that are coming out that you can hook up to a heart rate monitor that monitors you. I guess they've got it set up mainly for the exercise games, but if you think about it, this probably wouldn't be something that would be too difficult to actually implement in a real game that any of us could get a hold of. So let me know what you think about this, if you think it's a cool story or not, if you want to check it out for yourself. Links always in the description box so you can go read the stories. You can also find these kinds of stories on VGN, VideoGamesAndNews.com. That does it for me, the Red Dragon, guys. I'd appreciate your like, your comment, and of course, your subscription as well. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.